it was... Oh, can't actually go through that. Can I do that? No, I can't use art on it. Because we're just defending this area for an interesting reason, but...
Hey, there are mouse droppings in this bread. Droppings by eyebrows and razors. So why do they smell
Oh.
shit? I'd like to know. I bet your hands need washing.
Ew. Yes, so this should be the bits proper. So it should be a more rundown section of the town. Still protected by the walls, but not the best of places. Oh. Oh, this is a fight club.
I'm Geralt of Rivia.
It matters not what you're called, it matters not where you're from. What matters is if you're prepared to fight Captain Mortimer!
Sure, why not? We'll take on Captain Mortimer. Definitely set the bet amount to the maximum.
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Earn some coin. Should be able to take him on quite easily. See if I can't. Ooh! Looks like you're skull level, but you're still going down quite easily. Yeah, you are going down quite easily. Just got to keep the rhythm going. Ow. Dang. Hoping to not get hit at all.
Any last words?
Stam's almost gone. Ah. Let's see. Almost there. And a few more blows should be all she wrote. Ah. There we go. Only hurt a little bit.
Geralt of Rivia dethrones Captain Mortimer! Behold your prize champion! It's no cakewalk to the title of champion. More opponents await. You must defeat Georgius George, who reigns at the Golden Sturgeon, and also O'Neill, whom you'll find near the entrance to the slums.
Oh, brilliant.
Only then will you gain the right to challenge for the title of Champion of Novigrad.
I must defeat the local Fight Club rings.
Economically.
One word and they'll clap you in the stocks.
Alright. Here. Like this is the road proper I can get back to. The well that everyone's doing their laundry about and begging. Radovid's army needs you. Vespa's laundry. Let's see, where am I precisely? Right, pretty deep into the bits. Still need to travel this place. More beggars. Should be a merchant about here someplace. You the merchant. You are.
Welcome. What can I get the honourable gentleman? New Poo Lanes, perchance? I've not got a true pair, but they'll be the same size.
Ugh. Show me what you got.
Fine. Show me what you got.
So, what don't I got? Something for everyone. Seek and ye shall find. Cheap, too.
Scrounger. Hello. What are you? Oh, just normal saddlebags. Just random junk that you've probably pilfered from places. Yep, it looks like you just got random junk. You don't even have enough money to buy anything of worth.
Thanks.
Oh well.
Come again. Cheap as it gets, right here.
Temple Guard let even you into the city.
Yes, they did. What are you? Like you're a hawker of... Oh, that's why. Horsons. Hello. Who are you? This is like a really high-end town. Or a
What have you got to pull?
pawn
And how
shop.
much do you need?
What makes you think I need a loan?
Tain't a man that don't from time to time. And you don't look nor smell flush with coin.
Just so happens I'm doing fine at the moment.
Then maybe you'd like a look at what the less fortunate have forfeited.
Interesting. come across as quite the experienced loan shark.
Been a loan shark long?
Aye, since I was just a little tyke.
So you helped your dad, took it over when he died.
Nah, my own father left me here in pawn and never did redeem me.
Ugh.
Show me what you have in stock.
A book. Change your life. A handbook. You know I have to buy this. It's a quest item and I have to be able to... I just have to. See what that actually does.
So long.
That should have activated a quest. Secondary quest. See if I can't find it really quickly. Nope. Would be a treasure hunt, would it? Plea ignored. Wolf gear, cat gear. Might just be in the inventory. Yep, book. No, no, no. Oh, here it is. So, I, Jacob the Rebel, once known as the libertarian and brawler extraordinaire from Nazir, with its myriad taverns in the wilds of Zeracania, used what strength I had left to pull my craft ashore. Now, I think this might be a book about the eternal fire. Left light and gust of breeze winked away all my troubles. I've led the subsequent years of my life to researching this miraculous weed and its properties, as a result I was able to develop a method that is likely to transform the life of who puts it into practice. I think I do have the quest for it, I just need to find it. Gwent, Fist of Fury, Swords of Dumplings, Gwent, High Stakes, Following the Thread, Black Pearl, Cards, Fake Papers, Gwent, Albania, a Witcher contract, is it? The White Lady, contracts, huh. Don't know. Probably just a ripoff. Oh well. So it's a pawn shop run by Orson gang. Interesting. Doing very, very well for itself, as it seems. But yeah, as you can see, the buildings are more run down, a little bit more broken. Some of the... Ooh. Yeah, definitely much more run down. But if I remember correctly, this is actually the place that Triss is standing. Because I remember it, it's the one that's the leaning building. Being held up by the other buildings next to it. She should be this one.
Yes? Who are you here for?
Triss.
Told her from the start. No men, no pets. 'Tis a decent house for decent folk.
Don't worry, won't stay long.
Landlord. Got a few things I might snag. Candelabra. Got a few things I might snag off you because you seem like a dick. But hey. It's a nice, interesting, leaning house. Again, it's to, I guess, punctuate the point that Triss has fallen far from being the royal advisor to the King of Temeria and the pension and pay that goes along with it. Living in essentially a leaning house in the slums of Atris of Novigrad. That's a dangerous device to have. It's a megascope. A device used for contacting other mages. This is very dangerous.
Yes, Geralt?
No. You don't seem surprised that I'm here.
Been in Novigrad long?
Long enough to know how not to get caught and survive.
And before you came here, where were you?
Oh, places where I managed to get by without your help, too.
Ooh.
Which doesn't mean I'm not happy to see you.
Okay, but you kept the Rose of Remembrance.
See, you kept the Rose of Remembrance I gave you in Flotsam.
Seems so long ago. Probably because so much has changed.
So, sentimental value. That why you kept it?
Partly, though more as a warning.
That hurts. So yes,
So long, Triss.
definitely bitter feelings between Triss and yourself. Apparently, I don't think I've triggered... Probably haven't triggered the correct event to get proper The Last Wish. Eat things for sustenance, food, drink, and gossip. It all began when Geralt and I were feeling a bit peckish and unburdened by heavy coin pouches, decided to fish our supper out of a lake. Bites were to be had. Oh! Oh! Holy crap, this is an excerpt from the book called The Last Wish. So this is a small excerpt from one of the Witcher books, talking about the discovery of the genie lamp that caused, well, quite honestly, the binding of Geralt and Yennefer together through magical means, which is why I've always kind of doubted their love as being true, because they've had a natural like attraction to one another, but not stable. And it seems, again, he freed a powerful djinn, and it was seemed that the time they thought that Dandelion had freed the djinn and was the one to get the wishes, but in actuality it was Geralt that had the 3 wishes that to be granted. And the djinn, as coming out of his lamp, started strangling Dandelion. Geralt told him to get lost and go fuck himself, which he promptly tried doing. I think the second wish was... I don't remember what the second wish was. Oh, that's right. He wished for... I think it's... He went to a town to try and heal Dandelion and get a hold of the local mage that was in town, which was Yennefer. And in the process, he ended up getting ensnared by Yennefer's magic and ended up killing someone that had slighted Yennefer as payment under a spell, so he didn't remember at all. Ah, hello, Manacakes. I'm just recalling essentially the first book of The Witcher, which this is an excerpt from. And second, so his second wish was when he was in jail, then he told him to die, and so the jailer promptly exploded. Then eventually, Yennefer Vinegar happened to stay in the nearby village. Yeah, so this is detailing how he meant Yennefer to heal Dandelion. Yennefer's plans hardly delighted. So then Yennefer knew about the djinn and wanted to bind it to her power because it's essentially use it as a magical battery. But it was still bound to Geralt, so she couldn't do it, and it was basically destroying the entirety of the town. So Geralt went there to save Yennefer because he had like a crush on her, and they kind of both had a natural attraction to one another. But then he uttered his final wish, and then the wish was that as the Jinn to bind his fate to that of the arrogant yet intriguing sources of Vengerberg. So yeah, he wished for the Jinn to bind him and Yennefer together forever, essentially. So that's always made me doubt their love as being true, because it's essentially every single time they get together, the Jinn's magic seems to put them on fate's path together. Then they hit it off. They have a good relationship for about 6 months, which then it starts deteriorating. One or both get super pissed at each other, and then they leave in a huff, not to see each other for a year or two, then to the point at which the fates or the magic or happenstance sees them back together in the path of each other, and the cycle continues once more. And such is The Witcher 3, where Geralt's tracking her down, and they remember the good times but forget all the bad times. So yeah, just checking out the bits in Novgorod. And I recognized the place where Triss is hiding out, as she has fallen quite far from her place of prominence. But right now, just trying to track down Dandelion's location, and doing so through his little black book that he has of all of his girlfriends in town. Oh, and this is Ilpa Eilhart, who was blinded in the last game by Brotherhood, the king of essentially just the remaining of the north. That, if I remember correctly, goes into the sewers, and this should go... This is the tavern. The Nowhere. Apt name for a tavern. I can actually go in it. Should be able to. The Nowhere Inn. Ah, quaint little place. Ah, is there anything in the Nowhere Inn? No, just a bunch of people
You're an artist?
drinking.
A sword swallower?
No, a witcher.
Never heard of that.
You've never heard of a witcher? Okay.
What did the cook make today?
Oh, so you've got some food that is very expensive. 10 crowns for some water. Yeah, it's always better to find the food. Oh well. Farewell.
Farewell.
Oh yeah, so it's just an interesting little inn. The bits. Oh, and I come outside and it's raining. If I remember correctly. Ah, yes, this should be Maribel's school for orphans. And this should also be where the kids from the swamp
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
got sent to.
Wait outside. Class is in session.
Alright, I can wait. No need to be rude.
I'll wait.
It won't take long. It turns out he'll not come after all. Why not? A rat bit him, and he's caught a fever. Where'd he get bit? Will he tell us?
Yeah. So these are the kids from the swamp that were under the control of the witches. Of the Ladies of the Lake. And they were going to be eaten by them, but we released a spirit of darkness that promised to save them.
Look at them peepers. My dad is a witch hunter and chases old crones. You know
I believe I can talk to...
What's a stranger doing here?
I believe I can go back in now and to her.
Now can we talk?
Yes. What do you want?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh, yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Wrote a poem about you.
Found a poem Dandelion wrote about you. Portrayed you as an unusually talented individual.
Really? Did he mention my poetry?
No.
Horses have always fascinated me. I've always longed to extol their noble beauty. Did you see any of my work at Dandelions? Mere exercises, true, but I'd be curious to know what you thought of them.
No. Didn't see any.
Gee up! A snakely whip rose skyward. Gee-haw! Crack! She reined the beast in. The stallion danced betwixt her thighs. Lather bathed its chinny chin.
Sorry, don't know much about poetry.
Have you seen him later?
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Alright. Thank you.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
So, talk to her and...
Must be coming home from war.
So yeah, these are the little kids that...
What's a stranger doing here?
I'm not a stranger. These are the kids from Swamp. Marble Shelter. Again. Anara, Gula, all most likely of Temerian origin. They were left on the shelter's doorsteps during the night and were asleep when found. We have not been able to determine how they came to be in Novigrad. This was the spirit, or the entity that brought them here. Fascinating, though, that is. Another advertisement for the school. Ballads and hymns. A few more food options. That, but... Oh, emerald dust. Interesting. So yes. So this is the bits, and the lowest... Well, not the slums, but it is the poor section of town. And the rich portion of town is, like most other places, up on a hill. We'll just kind of go up there for now. Go up and we see the drastic change in architecture. Gildorf, that's what it's called. Drastic change in architecture and upkeep and stonework, as it were. So yeah, rich townsfolk. Looks like everything is a little subdued because of the rain. Oh, that's right, there was a... Ah, there it is, the notice board. See here, bulk prose delivery, warning, taken to relieving himself on my doorframe, blah blah blah, lessons in severe of being wanted. Tris Marigold, eyewitness testimony has confirmed that Tris Marigold of Maribor, known as the 14th of the Hill, member of the infamous Lodge of Sorceresses, is currently in residence in our fair city. Anyone in possession of information about her place of hiding, plans, or accomplices is obligated by law, both divine and human, to report the nearest outpost of the temple guard at once. And whoever helps the witch by giving her food or shelter shall burn alongside her. So yeah, known as the 14th of the Hill is, again, another reference to the fact that the first battle of Novigrad, the Novgorodian army was stopped from crossing the Uruga River at a... Honestly, I cannot remember the city's name, but it possessed a hill in which a group of mages essentially rained down hell upon the Nilfgaardian army. And it cost the lives of 13 mages. both sorcerers and sorceresses. And the people and the army built a monument to these fallen individuals that essentially allowed them to succeed and win that battle. Except they also put 14 names on it. And Triss Merigold is the 14th name, even though she didn't actually die. She's on that memorial. She was severely injured, and it took a long time to be healed from it, but she didn't die. Beware of a thief. A word from the Armorer's Guild. But yeah, guilds are always entertaining. So this should be an inn. Oh, just a carte blanche merchant. Merchant.
Don't be shy now. Looking doesn't cost a thing. There's plenty to behold. This here's a collection of wonders that belong to the mage Eramas. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
How do you get a hold of these? Never heard of a mage willingly parting with his treasures?
No one asked Eramas' will. He was burned at the stake a fortnight ago.
Strange they didn't burn his stuff with him. Witch hunters let you resell it just like that?
Why wouldn't they? These are common goods, some valuable only as collectibles, perhaps.
Interesting. Yeah, but you wouldn't be able to tell what's
All
magical
right, I
and
get
what's
it.
not.
These items aren't actually common.
Rumor has it, each is an enchanted key.
Rumor happened to mention where to find the locks these keys open?
Sadly, no. Why, if I knew, you could hardly expect me to sell them.
Where did Eramas live?
At a lovely residence south of Oxenford. Badly damaged now, as he made the hunters pay dearly for his skin.
Show me what you have.
Interesting. What are you? Oh, an elven crossbow. Potion of clearance. Oh, right, so this is the ability, the way to reset all of my ability points. Not cheap, but there it is. Miraculous Guide to Gwent. Use magic to show the number of cards missing from your collection. So yes, these are all keys. I'm actually going to buy all of these. Definitely seems like an interesting place to go. Case of Virtus Vega. Ah, glamour. Makeup, essentially. To avoid colossal vessels. Horse Whistler. Might as well buy the Miraculous Guide to Gwent. Might actually get around to looking up that. I get around to actually doing that. Gwent. Ah, Venovox. Don't remember if I used this again. Oh, the Zenovox. The talisman I know I need it for something. Those. And those. Yes. So I've got all the
Farewell.
keys.
Statue of a man. Wasn't carved but produced using magic. Ought to ask Triss about it.
Oh, right. Bought a statue. That is something entirely different. Geralt spied a remarkable jade statuette. That's right. In the last game, Triss was actually turned into a statue using magic. It's called compression. And it's the varying effectiveness, because it can kill you if you do it wrong, and being uncompressed has varying effects on the individual. Most markedly, confusion. And servant means Leveliat is around. We'll go talk to Triss once more in a little bit about the compressed individual, most likely. I believe this should be the house of the ambassador. Or Or is this the other one?
This Baronet's Lavalette
Ah.
villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.